Hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hi. So, we have a lot on the docket today. Thanks for being here. Nice to see everybody. Um, Let me put the information if you'd like to support and everything. It's such a countdown, like going live. It's like, this is good, you're light, you're this, everything. But thank you so much for being here. Um, uh, how you doing, Edward? How you doing? Your music diva. Hi, how's it going? Uh, Welcome everybody. All right, so let me put T Star Real. Hi, member T Star Real. How you doing? Thank you so much. Salute to you. Um, and welcome. You know the members that are going onto the Patreon. I salute you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Check out the Patreon. I've been dumping an excessive amount of content there, just to, because it's a place so far that it looks like we're able to, live freely, and I could post a lot of stuff. And, as long as it doesn't give me resistance, and it's going very well so far. So we uploaded a bunch of stuff today. Um, Let me get the information. If you'd like to support the channel further, I'll put the information for the Patreon, Cash App, all that stuff. Okay. Um, Thank you. Hit the like button, and we'll talk about the topics that we will be discussing in our hip hop conversation today. Thank you for all the people, the nice comments and stuff that you said last week, and we're like, oh, this was fun, funny, whatever. We're silly. So thank you. So we have so much stuff. We gotta get this party started um expeditiously. So we have on the docket for tonight's conversation, every single week, folks, every single week. Like, it's so much that goes on. Adults don't be adulting, they don't be having decorum or anything like that. So it just be crazy. So we're gonna discuss Drake's Pure Sales. We're gonna discuss that, and right after that, we're gonna segue into Drake versus MJ, Michael Jackson. We're gonna discuss, influence, okay? Because, and hopefully you will have some clarity. We can give clarity and discover clarity so that you can understand. So some of these numbers, the media likes to twist things like, oh, Drake is winning and breaking records. Those records don't count. And as I've always said, who wrote his songs? You understand? There's reference tracks for every hit that he has, basically, or somebody claiming it. So I don't celebrate any of those lists. I don't celebrate anything, but we're going to break down Michael Jackson's influence. We're going to discuss also DJ Head and what the hell are they doing? What the heck are they doing? They're not using their head. I had to say it. Sorry, corny, but I had to say it. And his apology. Need I say more? Also, Jeremy Heck. I don't even know how to say. I don't care. Versus academics versus Charlemagne, and just everything that's going on, and academics with the truth social situation. So it's just nuts. Let's say hi to our friends. Care Bear. Hi, how you doing? Remember Care Bear? Uh, Hi. Night tonight. How you doing? Welcome. Nice to see you. Listen, I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm the unpopular opinion. I am what a lot of you could compare me to a lot of content creators. You could put me side by side. You could watch, Two Phone Baby King style, and watch me and another content creator. And while there are some similarities, like I'm like minded with some folks, but I differ with so many people. This little community of mine and I, I think differently, and it's okay, if y'all agree with me or disagree. But I have my own sayings about DJ Head, etc. That whole thing, it's just crazier than, I don't know. You know, birthday's June 1st. Shout out to Madman. Gemini season soon approaches. It's about to go down. Okay, shout out to Gemini. Shout out to all the air signs, fire signs, earth signs, earth signs, water signs. All right, shout out to everybody. But Gemini season soon come. Okay, and yeah, it's about to go down. Um, Juneteenth also. Do you think something's going down with the boogeyman and Juneteenth? You remember the last Juneteenth? Some of the Juneteenths have been epic. All right, and we have other, like, I guess, little fun content, like little fun little winding down discussions. Kiki Palmer. We could talk. You could add, if you guys want to add some of the talks. Kiki, and a few other things that are just going down. So Drake trying to film in Canada, in California. That's another thing, but he is just doing too much. All right, so we're gonna get started with happy early birthday. Yes. So Drake, pure sales. Okay, we're gonna start with pure sales. Um, So for some people, for some of us that may not know what pure sales are, so here's a situation. Um, Drake's pure sales are 13,000. All right, 13,000. Grab that number. Think about that. GNX had 32,000. All right, and that's the first week. That's what they're counting as pure sales. Pure sales are like non-streaming stuff. It's vinyl. It's if you downloaded something, you paid for it, so physical copies, etc., that you pay for listening. And not to mention, streaming is something different, but pure sales. Remember, folks, GNX was not advertised. It was a fly by night little thing that was just like, boom, dropped, in the middle of the night for us, uh, suddenly. No advertisement needed, because quality doesn't need a lot of heavy, nonsense and blocks of ice in the middle of some type of, downtown somewhere. So pure sales. And Bully Kanye had 56,000 pure sales, and uh J. Cole, he was in that, just roaming around selling from his trunk. So he had about 114,000 or whatever. Either way, either way. Um, Down in Dixie, 12 tracks versus 18 tracks. Thank you so much. 12 tracks versus Drake album is Crying album. Drake's album is empty calories. Drake's albums is empty calories. It's like 40 Big Macs. Yeah, you're full, right? But damn, the damage, the ear damage, the physical damage from listening. So just Timu empty calories. Um, yeah, Drake album is Crying. It's a cry for help. It's a narcissist cry. Here's what it sounds like when narcissists cry. That's what it is. It's victimizing himself, like it's everybody's fault but mine. That's what it is, because narcissists, you have to understand, they always have to be right. It's never their fault. So it's like this. Here's what it sounds like when narcissists cry. He should have added that as a track, and then I would have probably been like, you know what, I respect that. And by the way, his album is still going. Drake's album is going viral on people doing different kid bops and nursery rhymes. That's it. So if you look up, thank me later, all the songs of all three albums have been redone by several people Just look it up anywhere on any social media and set to nursery rhymes, and it fits perfectly. Not only that, what fits perfectly are those little cartoons that he, just put out there, his visualizers, which are, you know, visually injuring. Um, a high Texas, member Texas Flower, Spurs is playing. Um, 12, have fun. So thank you so much for being here. I bought 2 copies of Kendrick Lamar GNX, and that was CDs. Right. I love the CDs. I love the CDs. So they put all of Drake's songs on nursery rhymes, and it is to die for. Like, it is hysterical, like belly busting laughs. Okay. So with the pure sales, Kendrick didn't have any physical shipped project. This is a detail. Kendrick did not have physical products that were shipped out ready to go in that first week. If you remember, he put out his merch and all that stuff like a little bit later. So if he had, all those shipments and ready to go in the first week, so this is just first week. For some reason, when I put your name in Patreon, nothing comes up. I'm frustrated. Um, how did you? Yeah, some of the friends did it. Some of the folks did it. T Star Rio, yeah. I'll put a link, but yeah, it should come up. But with the link that I just included, if you scroll up, it should come up. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are there. Some people are there already. Thank you so much for the folks that are going there in a safe umbrella, safe space. Um, and also with streaming, every accolade that Drake gets is tainted. It's tainted by what? What did Spotify do? They had botting allegations. They had to retract. Who in their right mind can trust anything Drake? You understand? Who in their right mind can trust it? So it's all tainted. Um, Now, I'll have a challenge for Drake, okay? I have homework for Drake. Drake, you want to have so much influence? You want to be number one? You want to be records? Won't you go back and finish? Let me see you push Stadium. You know what I mean? Let me see you push a T. And let me see you push UMG. Let me see you push a Stadium. And there are also allegations that Drake wants his contract was going to get re-signed. Let me tell you something. If UMG keeps him, it's going to be torture on wheels for that boy. It's going to be torture. He going to soon find out what fun times are all about, and what real power can do in an evil way. Those people are not backing him up. Look what they did with this Iceman thing. They sent him into the wild with this nonsense, and he's going viral for the wrong reasons. It's a mockery of an album. They can't find one nightclub that is playing this thing and that more than 3 people are dancing. Okay, they can't find it. Everything that all the nightclubs that they upload is either some real zesty, whatever. I respect whoever, everybody, their choices, but it's like real questionable men in chancletas that are listening to Drake or dancing on the dance floor. It's like 2 of them. It's always 2 or 3. Well, not 3. It's 3. So they can't find anybody, jamming off. Iceman is the real fall off. It's the real fall off. I told you. I've said this before in many lives, and I think I have videos saying that J. Cole and Drake are twins, except J. Cole is the cowardly lion, and Drake, thinks he has all the power, and he wants to destroy the world. Drake's stupidity and narcissism are dangerous. We're going to talk about that. Dangerous, because he is a master manipulator. All he does, he's the most bothered piece of, what. All he does is just plot what to do. How can I get back? How can I get back? He is so empty inside. He's so empty. He cannot concentrate on family, on the things that matter. He don't care about none of that. He can barely fill an arena. Remember the 32? I told you guys. You guys have to make a choice. People that want to go to Drake's concert. Do you want a Happy Meal, or do you want a concert ticket? It was going for $32 last time I checked, and he couldn't even finish. He had to pack it. He couldn't hack it, had to pack it, and had to leave and pack his bags and arrivederci, and took the hell off. Oh, and people were saying that he had court. He had court because all of these guys, him, academics, they got like 3 cases, just simmering in the background. They got a bunch of court cases. That's the real drop. It's like, oh, Drake dropped what, a lawsuit. So they have a ton of tissue issues and no tissues, as I said before. I don't want to go to any. So, and by the way, I have a question. So Drake, that's your homework. Try to fill up an entire sold out. What's the number to be? Oh, Kendrick, the number to be is 47. 47 stadiums. That's the number to be. Okay, since you wanna be taking records, take that record. And by the way, chat, what do you think they'll be throwing at him? Last time it was just cell phones right on him, toilet paper, ice cubes. That might hurt. Ice cubes, throwing ice cubes might be a little tough. That's what it's gonna look like, and empty seats. Okay, you want ice cubes? That's the real ice drop. They gonna. Some people still save some of the ice cubes from. Some people still save some of the ice cubes from the middle of Toronto. They were shipping. That goes. Listen, there's a difference. There's a drastic difference of intelligence and IQ with Drake's fans, and I'm not even gonna say respectfully, and Kendrick's fans. There is a drastic who ships ice. Okay, and this was real. People were like shipping it, trying to make money and selling it, and there were people trying to buy it. Ice from Toronto, Drake's ice. That sounds real glazy. If you know, you know. So, let's see. Drake, the Drake shooting a music video in California. Yeah, a couple people saying that Drake was filming in California. How you doing, Q Smooth? Thank you for being here. I think that he's gonna try to do it, guys. He's gonna try to do it. He's gonna try to be like, look, I'm in Toronto. All he's gonna do is just go there for a hot minute, heavy security, be in a little area, film real quick, step foot on the ground, and be like, look, my feet are right here. Let me see you. Look, these are challenges, Drake. Go to Compton, walk the streets of Compton with or without your security. That's fine. Just do it, because I'm telling you, they're gonna take care of that security for you. It's gonna be the 4th of July early up in that piece. So you could bring 50,000 secured, armed, whatever. You could go in there in a tank. They're gonna flip that thing. So go to Compton. Go to go past the 10. Go past the 10. That's what Kendrick told you to do. Go past the 10. So he gonna try to, he gonna try to do it. So he could be like, look, I filmed, and who cares? Nobody cares. He's so pathetic. While Kendrick keeps, every time, every time Drake wakes up, Kendrick's getting a new award. He's like, what? There can't be any more awards left. They don't give this boy. What are some of the awards they gave Kendrick? Everything that has an award has been given to Kendrick. Everything. He has been nominated for everything. Kid Award, just everything. NAACP, AMA, BET, the Grammys was like, diss track, you only have one song this year, Kendrick? Okay, fine. We'll give you 5 Grammys then, because you only have one song. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 the next year. 5 is a divine number of change, of drastic change. Okay, so every time Drake turns to the other side of the bed, they're awarding Kendrick. But that's why he claims those little victories and the disrespect that he did with Michael Jackson. Nobody cares. We'll fold that right up. Let me tell you, I want to see Drake. I swear on God, I will host a party. Drake, go past the 10, go to Compton, go to all the streets in LA, go to the hood, and make some new friends. Okay, make some new friends. Your homework there is to be able to get back out. That's your challenge. Try to make it out. Forget about your people. They're gonna be taken nice and care of. They go everybody. They don't care. So these pure sales, that he's claiming. Um, so yeah, the first week, Kendrick was not announcing anything, and of course, Drake has so many songs. That's what he tried to do. He tried to flood the market, and etc. He has, as I said before, this man is just buying culture to rage bait, to get people pissed off. It's like, what do you value? How miserable of a life to spend your whole day, your days, not taking care of your kids. Thank you, academics, and thank you, Kendrick. Kendrick said it first. Um, but not taking care of your kids, but just plotting all day, master manipulating at its finest, trying your best to create situations and how to get back. The snippets that I heard from those albums, and I didn't hear a lot, but I read a lot of the lyrics. I just skimmed through a lot of the lyrics to see what the hell this boy's talking about, and I had enough. I was like, I don't even need to hear anymore. It's just nonsense upon nonsense. Um, just incoherent, just crying for help. Everybody's fault, this and that. He's and quoting every lyric that Kendrick has. As I said before, he's obsessed with Kendrick. He might like him, but it's like, if you can't be with me, you can't be with anybody else type of energy. Um, see what y'all said. People in LA love Drake's. Yeah, Drake can't sell out a stadium in LA. I don't think so. And if he does, well, it doesn't matter. Late. Machiavelli too little, too late. I would have been impressed if he would have shot video in Compton 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Um, yes. Let's see. I don't think people in LA are going to attend Drake's concert. Yeah, I don't think so either. Your music with the way to irritate a narcissist is to ignore him. Very good, exactly. And that's what irks him about Kendrick. Kendrick wakes up to get an award. You know what I'm saying? And Drake wakes up to see Kendrick getting an award and to plot how to get back at him. I will destroy the world. That's what he's doing. So he keeps buying culture. He keeps buying, because we're about to talk about the Michael Jackson, Drake versus Michael Jackson. He keeps buying. So you value Tupac? What can I buy? What a way to waste money. He doesn't have a caring bone in his body. He doesn't have any empathy. He doesn't have any introspective shadow work. He doesn't take accountability for anything. He doesn't even care about his own kids, in my opinion, because all that energy and all that money, you could literally send so many kids to college, so many in the inner cities. All this stuff that he keeps buying just to get back at the culture that discovered him. And the culture don't love him because we like people that are real, that discovered him. It's like the bully story. If you got bullied and you grew up and you became the mean kid or whatever. So he bought Tupac's one. He's taking Pharrell's chains. And now he AI Tupac's voice. He doesn't respect anything. Kendrick's been trying to tell y'all that. Kendrick's been trying to tell you how disrespectful this guy is, and how he's crying in chancletas and with hair barrettes and his duck lips every night. He's sitting there crying and planning and having people. That's why a lot of people didn't help him with like the other albums. They didn't know he was dropping all these albums. A lot of it, he did have certain people. Now, somebody that I think had something to do with it, a sneaky son of a what, was the game. The game had his date with, and boy, Drake is greedy. He done proposed to some academics. He done took out Game. So you think that dinner and flying him in his private jet, and that's another thing. They all have everything in common. All of these guys have everything in common. They don't respect anything. Nothing is sacred. There's nothing sacred for any of these people. They don't care about anything. So I think the Game had definitely something to do with certain tracks or whatever, and they were just like, we're gonna make an NDA or something, and you can't say much. Let's see what y'all saying. Okay, smooth. Yeah, the way. Yeah. So yeah, that's what people in LA are gonna declare war if that dude really goes around and goes round and round and just not in one little area. All he's gonna do is go in a little area, try to flex real quick, and then leave. Nobody's really listening. So let's talk about Drake versus Michael Jackson, and these are some facts. Okay, so Drake had Drake is his claim to fame is that uh he beat Michael Jackson's record. Okay, this is what his claim to fame is. Um, that he beat Michael Jackson's records for the most number one hits, but most of Michael Jackson's records were solo songs. How you doing, Awaken Now? Thanks for being here. But again, what is Michael Jackson? Why is his obsession with Michael Jackson? Because that's something that the culture values. Anybody, any legend that the culture values. Look at the stark difference between Kendrick. I have a video about Anita Baker and Kendrick, and how Kendrick values all the legends. Luther Vandross, he made sure Luther Vandross gets awarded even, after passing, that his family can see him getting the his just due and recognition that he deserved. Anita Baker don't really mess with anybody. That's what y'all was saying in the comments, and we already, if you know, she don't mess with anybody. She sends puts a post every time Kendrick does anything. She's like, oh my God, I'm so impressed. Oh my God, I love this boy. You know, Kendrick respects the Isley brothers. Kendrick has shown love to Rakim. Half of my profits should go to Rakim. Kendrick has shown love to Michael Jackson. And now, because Drake had allegedly more number ones, because it was so many features. Michael Jackson only had about 5 or 4 features, and most of those number ones were his. So yeah, he's just full of crap. Have you noticed Hitter J3 comes out with a new song when someone disses that? Yes. Yes. The people that ride for Kendrick, they ride for Kendrick. Glasses Malone does not play about him. Smack is the ultimate crash out, like, professional. Like, he will go crazy, don't mind jail time. Kendrick was saying it for real because he knows how much he pours into these people. Schoolboy Q has said that Kendrick basically saved his life. He literally said that and made him a better father. He literally said that. I have that uploaded. He said he was Kendrick's hype man. Like, they were all each other's hype man at one point or another. J-Rock was the main guy that they were pushing out in Black Hippie. And he was, Schoolboy Q was Kendrick's, hype man. And Kendrick fired him. He was like, enough is enough. Go get your ass up and be inspired. And as soon as Kendrick fired him and they threatened him, like TV, they spoke to him and was like, what you about? What you doing? He was charting the next month. He put, his work in. He did his songs. And, the advice. Think about how much advice. If Kendrick gives so much advice in his lyrics, think about how much he pours into his friends. And I'm sure he helps them, abundantly. I'll just say that. And probably, in financial matters as well. Yes, it's the truth. Awaken said. That was great video on Anita Baker. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, like the legends of yesterday, he respects them. Like Luther Vandross' estate was like, you can make Luther, don't curse. He was like, absolutely. So these are some of the things. This is why Drake cannot compare with Michael Jackson. First of all, when Michael Jackson is on stage, people faint before he says any words, okay? Michael Jackson could come out of his window and there'd be like thousands of people, or just, he could be anywhere. He couldn't even walk around with security. That's why Kendrick knows he's not as big as Michael Jackson. He's like, I cannot be compared to Michael Jackson, because Kendrick can walk around with security at least. Michael Jackson could not walk around with security. And by the way, Michael Jackson was popping and popular and selling. And I'm going to talk about some of the records he did selling before internet. Before internet. Let me see you do that before internet. Okay, and who were Michael Jackson's competitions at the time in the 80s? In the 80s, when there was no internet, who was some of his competition? Okay, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross was popping, Smokey Robinson, DeBarge, the whole DeBarge clan, Marvin Gaye, Rick James, Lionel Richie, Commodores, Madonna. Yeah, all these people were absolutely popping. This is his competition with no internet. You understand? No internet. And on June 25th, 2025, of course, I mean, his first, let's see, 1983. From 1983 to 1984, the industry reports that he had 1 million copies sold about every 3 to 4 days. So the record was 250 units moved, 250,000 records sold in a day. 250,000 units sold in a day. What are we even talking about? And now, this is why Kendrick is humble. Because now we got internet. It's too easy to see everything. It's too easy to sell. You can, from the comfort of your home, you don't got to go in line. You know, how they used to go in line and just be like waiting for hours and hoping that the records don't sell out. The CDs, pardon that. You understand? Because a lot of people bought CDs, right? 250,000 moved was one of the record. He shipped out 2.25 million copies of his album Thriller, and it sold 122.8 million copies worldwide. His album Bad was 66.4 million copies sold. Now Michael Jackson still had, in 2026, he had 6.2 million streams a day. You know, especially when that This Is It came out. When This Is It and the project that he was working on. 2.7 million streams for Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That's a daily stream. That's you want to, basically people can't compete with somebody that already passed away. Okay. And these were people in lines waiting for him and for his albums. They sold to let me see, how much did you, and they were just shipping millions of copies to stores, worldwide. He's in the Guinness World Record. Michael Jackson's in the Guinness World Record for best-selling album Thriller. 68 to 70 million copies sold, like within the first few months, and then it went on to sell 122.8 million and counting. Michael Jackson has 10 million monthly listeners without putting out another single album. People faint before he could even talk. Michael Jackson has had the record of having the most fans. 4.8 billion fans is an average for him. And this guy's gonna disrespect him, putting some funky little braids on Michael Jackson and making him look cartoonish or some weird stuff. If y'all seen what Drake did with Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson in 2009, he had 1.1 million pure sales in a week. The year that he passed away. With This Is It, with the film with This Is It, 1.1 pure sales in a week. What are we even talking about? Stop it. I had to do all this because it's like people need to know there's no comparison. I don't listen to Complex and their stupid, Academics #1 on trash, because they're so disgusting. They're so sorry guys. They're so okay. We're good. Stuff is just falling all over the place. They're so just disturbing with these, rage baiting like lists. But who do they resonate with? They resonate with Drake. They resonate with all these people. They are all friends. They all love J. Cole. They all love, the nonsense. How could you award somebody that, like academics, that, you know, glorifies deaths of young people, of just trash, everything, and has questionable cases. He still has that case. He still has that case with that young lady. Like, that's still cooking. And he still has the lawsuit with state. That's still cooking, for lying, for doing deceptive practices, and for doing questionable stuff. Okay? Beyond disrespectful. So he had Michael Jackson with some weird braids. So this is my theory. You know how Kendrick was like, what is it, the braids? I hate to say it, but he must have been like pounding his head against concrete and his hand like over and over, like, F all of y'all. F all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Here, what is it, the braids? Now what is it, the braids mean now? That's what he did. He was like, what is it, the braids mean now? He put the braids, so what is it, the braids, on Michael Jackson, because he knows, he's sitting there plotting and saying, how can I piss people off? He's like, tell me, what is it, the braids now? That's what he did. He's like, go ahead. What is it, the braids now? Hello, Miss Lachelle. Nice to see you. Eleanor, questionable being the key. Right. With Game's help. So, and all these people that are aligning, see, I'm so happy that I didn't resonate with a lot of these people. Like, I think a lot of these people are weird. And I have unpopular opinions. And that's going to get us into the segue of DJ Head also. But this Michael Jackson stuff, like I said, is the way he can like get back at us making fun of him, of what is it, the braids. And there was a video of him coming out of a car, and he had an afro. I don't know if it was lace front. I don't know what the situation was, but he was hiding the afro. They were like covering him, and he was getting into a car. I guess about to go get his hair done, or whatever the situation. So he did that. So the what is it, the braids? I think he did it on Michael Jackson. That's what he did. He's like, oh, y'all want to laugh at me, you know? He, here, right, which is pathetic, but expected for, Game is out of control. Game is out of control. And that's why I said Game did something with DJ Academics. There's no way with Drake. Well, they all, in it together. There's no way that he just was taken out to dinner. He earned, the ultimate glazing award of having dinner and a date with Drake. So wig and cap combo. Yeah, I don't know what, what I'm saying. So he was like, oh man, I left my hairpiece in the other hotel room or whatever. So he was hiding an afro. He could have just put a towel on his head. He's outrageously stupid. He's uncomfortably stupid. So yeah, they're going absolutely. If you want to laugh, please watch all the entire 3 albums, or like snippets of it. They redid them with nursery rhymes, and they fit perfectly. It's so infantile, so stupid. A lot of the stuff that he has is so stupid. Let's talk about DJ Head. Lord have mercy. DJ Head, it was off with his head this week. It was off with his head. All of those people are weird. Elliot, I call him Idiot Wilson. I never, ever liked Elliot Wilson. I cannot stand him. Do you remember when he interviewed Drake? When Drake was bothered about that Control Control song? That he was like, you remember how Elliot was laughing when Drake was like, that was just a moment. Do you remember? Can you spit some of the lyrics from the Control verse? And Elliot was like, no, I can't. And he started laughing like a hyena in labor. Remember? yeah. So I was like, "You're despicable. You're disgusting. I hate your face." I don't like nothing about I don't like Elliot. And you know what? The boogeyman agrees with me. Elliot was the same dude that went to the Not Like Us video shoot. And what happened at the Not Like Us video shoot? Y'all remember that uncomfortable situation? Or like to hear, like, I ain't want to gossip, but you ain't heard it from me. But I like to hear, here goes, like to hear, here goes. This is why. As well as Aiden, Ross, all of them jerks, all them pieces of crap. Aina and Labor, oh my God. Who is this? Yeah. And I was being kind because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, man, I'm too savage. I know my mouth is reckless. Respectfully. So Elliot Wilson went in his extra medium tight jeans, extra medium, and thought that it would be a great idea if he can slither his way into the Not Like Us video and the video shoot. And they put him in the pending file. Like the security were like, I think you could be okay, but just wait here or whatever. So somebody let him in a little bit, and then enters the chat, Dave Free. And let me tell you something. um Kendrick said that Dave Free used to be a crash out back in the day. And I was like, ain't no way. That boy is smooth as ice, but twice as nice. There is no way my Day Free, aka the model of PG Lang second model for next to the boogeyman. Ain't no way. He's such a looker, right? There is no way he over there messing up his nails, his nothing, his looks. No, your outfit, no, Day Free, no. But don't y'all remember Day Free pressed academics? They about to rope him up, rope him up real quick when he went to the GNX concert. Y'all remember? He about to air him out real quick, and they sent him, packing, because with dead weight we can't travel light, and academics is, on DoorDash Pro Max VIP. Elliot Wilson went to the Not Like Us video shoot and enters the chat was Dave Free. Dave Free loves to press somebody, and I'm here for it. Dave Free got into a discussion with him, and it was so uncomfortable because it was something to the effect about no, he be on Drake's side. He be on everybody's side. He's just a phony. He's just a phony. I don't like him at all. And they didn't. Bottom line, they didn't let him in. And they told him you might not want to stick around because it's about to get active. And they sent him out, and he was just lingering on. He was just lingering on, like trying to get in, like pathetic, so pathetic, And they free, yeah, they folded him up, yeah, packed him up. They packed him up real quick, sent him to the center of the earth too. And he was sticking around, very awkward turtle style, you know. He was just sticking around like, and there's a video on it. There's a little video where he was just like, oh man, he has no. One of the things that these idiots have in common is that they're allergic to embarrassment, or they're addicted to it. You decide. Because with everything that Drake has been put through, people that do not know English know he's an OV ho when they see him. They're like, OV ho, they don't care what, Indonesia, Africa, Japan, like people may not know the language, but they know that's an OV ho. And, a PDF file, they recognize him, and they know he likes them young. So this guy literally had a video, Elliot, saying, they didn't let me in the Not Like Us. Oh guys, they didn't let me in. It just so happens I would have been like, please, Earth, put me in the center and hide me, and don't. I would have just changed, cut my hair, dyed it blonde, moved to another country, and went about my business. Hey, how you doing, Shirley Johnson? The game got weird cases. They all have weird cases. He's such a coward. Yeah, Eleanor said he's such a coward. I do not like the pandering fools. Now, just like Charlemagne. Charlemagne the idiot. Like, here's the thing. Charlemagne does say, we're gonna talk about Charlemagne too, but we're gonna handle this potato head situation, okay? DJ Head. Okay? We're gonna handle that situation first. But oh my god, these people. DJ Head wanted to sanitize Too Hard for Radio, that Drake's track. He wanted to purify it. To purell. Let me just clean it up and edit it. He wanted to edit with, like, so that the West don't get so offended. I've always, look, y'all about to leave or just, go against me or do whatever. I've always thought he was like kind of delayed. Like, he's like not that bright. Okay? That's my opinion. I don't really care for him that much, okay? Because he has said a bunch of questionable things. Like, he doesn't have, you know how the people that stand with Kendrick, like Mac Wab, you know, Smack, they're like, no, this is what it is, this is what it is, there's nothing about it. I ain't playing no Drake's album, I ain't listening to, we're not reacting to it, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. This one, DJ has like, I'm still a DJ. When the heck are you gonna find DJ Mustard? That's why DJ Mustard got the Grammys, and that's why DJ Mustard, Kendrick picked them. There's a reason for the season. That's a reason, because Kendrick wants to prove that people are loyal, the people that you're going to keep around you, not pandering. What kind of nonsense, because the same thing DJ Head was trying to do, clean up the song so that people won't get offended. It was already, Drake was offending the culture once again with that song that originally, LA, Mac Dre's, song, Too Hard for the Radio. He wanted to just, shit on the culture. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to just take an anthem that people love from the West and be like, look, and destroy it. He destroyed it so much that this other rapper redid it the week he put that song out with his album, and it is absolutely dope. Like, it is fire. It is fire. So that's what he does. He's rage baiter of the culture. Anything that you like, anything that people cherish, he's going to want to just take it and destroy it. And DJ Head tried to sanitize it. He's like, I'm going to do an edit, and I'm going to edit it and have anybody that wants to stream. Then on top of that, Gina Views was like, and I don't always agree with her, by the way, but she was like, do you think it ever mattered? People either play it, you either play it or not. And the right answer, DJ Head, was, I ain't playing that crap. Kendrick had you in the pop-up show. And you not using your head. I'm going to use that pun all night. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about you. You didn't use your head. And the apology was worse than the action almost, And people, I know they're saying, oh, well, he apologized. He took accountability. Let's see what y'all saying. It's all lies, and I'm going to send it out to Park. Yeah, the predators move and flock. Yes, you're a music diva. Always blamed. And in Toronto, they were interviewing Toronto people. Like, hey, you listen to... And they couldn't find that many people that are fans of Drake this week. And any week. And Not Like Us was still number one for a long time in Toronto. Q Smooth said, yes. And people are sparkling that YG new song is going at Drake. That's fine. I don't care. But DJ Head gets on my nerve. Thank you. He's suspect to me. Thank you, Mr. Shaw. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. The quiet part, Kendrick, I wouldn't trust him. Okay, you hear it from me if you're watching, because your peoples know. I'll be still telling them about our channel, his bodyguards. I talk to whoever Smack. I'll be sending them to the page. They've seen the page. So if you're listening, nobody has to tell Kendrick who to trust, because I'm going to say it again. Now, everything that I said in my previous lives is coming to fruition. I was one of the first people that was against TDE meeting with J. Cole. For what? The week after y'all met with J. Cole, he discredited you. Punch. He discredited you. He said, no, that, I was fighting, basically, J. Cole wanted to act like he was Kendrick's hero. All he's looking is for pick me. J. Cole is a pick me, as I said. Just please like me. Comfortable, happy medium. I just want to be in the middle. I wanna get all the accolades and the clout, but y'all do the work. While I'm in the middle and just laughing and pretending to be zen and centering my chakras, my shit cross. It's not chakras, it's his shit cross, okay? Because this dude is not spiritual, he's not metaphysically aligned, okay? While he's over there in the middle, I think I can, cowardly line, but yet, oh, it's ready to collect accolade time? Yeah, we on it? Okay, we're going to battle. Okay, yeah, we're here, okay? That's what he was doing. Do you see Kendrick meeting with J. Cole? Like, I'll never piece it up. That shit don't sit well with me. Before we call it truce, we'll take him to hell with me, right? But like I said, there are fundamental differences. And shout out to TDE who, they found it in their heart to spend time with that fool. All right? Just like they brought Snoop to, I think, the TDE Christmas or some nonsense or whatever. They try to have him, and you can't find pictures of him and Kendrick nowhere. Just like Jid was at the Clips concert in LA, and so was Kendrick, and you can't find pictures of, unless they're gonna surface later, of Jid and Kendrick just chilling. Why? Because he associates with J. Cole. DJ Head is sus. I agree 1,000,000%, Mr. Chef. DJ Head, I never really liked him. I never trust him. The way he just doesn't stand up for Kendrick as much. You understand? Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm for the West and stuff like that. And he is saying the same thing that Jay-Z was saying. Like, I don't think we should battle. All the losers stick the same. I don't care if you're a billionaire or whatever. Jay-Z had that one job with the Super Bowl because, God, the universe uses people to do one job. There's a reason or season or to stay. And Jay-Z's was a season and a reason to help Kendrick, carry the word to the masses. But DJ Head, like I said, is showing his true colors. He's not that intelligent, not bright, and you need to think before you speak. In a lot of topics, DJ Head is like in the middle. He's like the same Elliot laugh. Doesn't he work with Elliot? Idiot? Same thing. They do the same little laugh. If you look at them, they do the same. They don't stand on business. It's either you ride with me hard body or you not riding at all. We all crashing out or we not, we going to sit and burn. So, yeah. So they're questionable. Elliot's beyond. That was so dumb. So then here comes the apology. DJ Head was rage baiting of DJ. Yeah. I honestly don't know if he was rage baiting. I think he was just that dumb. I'm going to give him credit for stupidity. Because then here's the problem. The problem was 2 days or a day later, he was like, I'm just kidding. How does that fall on y'all? Now that's what that was the worst. He said, I'm just kidding. He said, I'm just kidding. And then, when was it? Yesterday or whatever? Or today? He put out an apology. Don't play the song. Yeah, just don't play the song. I respect people that say, yo, we ain't playing that shit. We're not playing that. We don't play that around here. Especially a disrespect to for that song too hard for the radio. You crazy? That's like a West Coast anthem that is sacred. And Drake knows that. Drake knows that song is sacred. That's why he was like, oh, he researched. He'll do the research when it has to. He won't, be there to be at, his kids' events, or you don't see a lot of that posting. You see just some nonsense posting. And every once in a while, when you see him with Adonis, it's like, okay, I gotta, be here for his birthday. I gotta do the photo thing. So, and they look more awkward than, I don't want to say, but yeah, they look crazy as hell. Head himself admitted that he wasn't into hip hop. He was a popper. I'm done. Kendrick. Leave this dude alone. That's why he didn't really involve him so much. Listen, Kendrick could have had all these guys at the GNX concert, and every other night he could have featured a different DJ, from the West. Like, oh, tonight is opener. It's gonna be DJ Head. Why they he sat them out. He gave him his respect. And I know that Kendrick has been seeing him kind of acting like a panderer for a while, but he probably talked to him and gave him his respect. But you can't put, lipstick on a pig and think it's not a pig. However you are, it's really how you are, and that's very important. That if he did say that he's not into hip hop and he's hip hop media, this is what I'm saying. There's no hip hop media anymore. There's no integrity with these things. And now little people like us right here in this community are the only ones keeping it real. We're like the minority of what's left of integrity of the culture. It's only a few people. We're better than these famous people that are getting millions of dollars. We need to have millions of dollars. We need to have, for keeping it real and keeping it gangster and keeping it, with integrity and authenticity. He was an aviator who became a DJ. But he's not very bright. My thing is that he's not smart. I don't like people. Listen, I'm allergic to stupidity. I'm allergic to stupidity. If you say a dumb shit, like, I'm turned off. If I was on a date and you said some dumb shit, I'm gonna just be like, dang, look at the time. Damn, man, I gotta get up early, to watch paint dry the marathon, or, wash I don't know, to go water all the neighbors grass. Like, I don't care, you understand? I completely am shut off. I'm done. And Kendrick, as a Gemini, in his head analyzing, I'm sure he's analyzing this guy. And as what's his name, Glasses said, y'all don't know Kendrick will hold on to something that someone does. He has Scorpio in his chart. If you know, you know. Respectfully, but also he's just analytical. He's gonna analyze. He studies the way people move. He's highly intelligent. You think he's gonna forget this? You know how many things Kendrick is watching? All these people, and all he does is just stay with his family, work in the studio, a simple life, and come outside to get an award or to do something for the community. That's it. Keep your head down and work like I did. Let's see what y'all saying. He was trying to, Mr. Shaw said he was trying to get engagement on his side and it backfired. Plus, he low-key was promoting Drake's song. He was promoting the song. He's like, I really like the song, but since y'all are offended, I'm going to go ahead and edit for y'all. Man, I swear, I hope Kendrick keeps this in his head. Like, I know he saw this. I know he heard. And Glasses Malone, he put out a thing that said, like, cool, little bro, you took accountability. Like, he's trying to give him grace. But the apology was just like, I know I effed up, and that's it. I know I effed up, and that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what he said. I know I effed up, and that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what he said. And then he said, because I have other things to, and he said that, what else he said? He said something like he wasn't, let me see what his exact quote was. Like, he's not bothered, like he's okay. Yeah. Two radio. Let me see how he said it. It was so pathetic. It was so pathetic. Yeah, he wanted to do a disc free edit. A disc free edit? I can't. I don't remember what he said, but he was like that he was not bothered. That he was not that bothered or whatever. He's like, no, I'm doing great. Yeah, I think I have it here. Let's see what y'all saying. I'm doing great, but so glad he let DJ Head open for him on the GN DJ Mustard. Yeah, Miss Diva. I'm glad he said he let DJ Mustard, because Mustard has been cool, you know, until he. So many people are turning on Kendrick. Do y'all realize that so many people are turning on Kendrick? They some of them have, it's obvious that they were not for the culture, um, but so many people have turned on Kendrick and are showing how disloyal they are. It's just crazy. Um, yeah, I forgot what he said. Yeah, your head's apology. Yeah, but he said something like, and they took him to Magic Mountain in the comments because he said like he's not like bothered, like he's okay, and they were like, you definitely not. It's just like Drake. Let me see what y'all saying. Kendrick is so powerful. His silence is killing people. Miss Shirley, his silence is killing people. It's making people not sleep. It's making people catch cases in court. It's making people's karma just like just come through like in a chariot of fire. It's making people lose money. It's making people albums flop. Like what happened to J. Cole? What happened to J. Cole's album? See, all them numbers. It's, you know, Kendrick is of the belief. Kendrick gets accolades and he deserves it all. But you know, in the words of Fife, you know, I never let a statue tell me how nice I am. Right? Who cares? Kendrick doesn't care. He's more than numbers. He's more than the numbers, and that's what he said. I'm more than statistics. Right? He's more than the numbers. Never let a statue. Lupe Fiasco can go straight to hell. Lupe Fiasco, oh my God. Oh my God. Who was with Lupe Fiasco? We have so much. We got so much going on. Oh my God, Music Diva, you're so right, boy. Drake, yeah, Drake is powerful. Kendrick, yes, Edward. Kendrick is so quiet in the shadows. I hope he comes with cannons, not shooting shots, but cannons at these people. I hope he just, it's like, oh, you bring a slingshot to a cannon fight, okay? And just blows them all up. Blows them all up. You think that Kendrick is sitting down just not creating? When he's in that studio, he is just fire, man. Get it? I have an unreleased track, and I'm gonna use that as a title. Fire, man. He is creating fire, bombastic beats, and just finish them, continue to finish. You know how many people, like, of course Drake has more enemies than I don't know, than anyone, but there's a lot of people that are hating on Kendrick. And I know he knew about it for a long time. He knew about Game for a long time. He knew Game was questionable. What in the world did you think that Kendrick thought about Game when he was having his 2 year, you know, what can we call that? Honeymoon with Diddy. What Diddynomics? You understand? He was learning Diddynomics. What the hell do you think Kendrick watching that was thinking when this guy Game was doing Diddynomics and somersaults on silk sheets? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Kendrick already knew. Game is out. Cross him out. Put him on the Kill Bill list. Put him on the list. Put him on the Kill Bill list. 16 to be exact. No, Kendrick, you know, I don't have plenty of friends. No, you don't have 16. The list is like 29, my guy. Of all these people you can't trust. Keep them the hell away from me. That's why he wore that t-shirt. Game spent 2 years with Diddy and didn't have no album because listen, my guy, if you're gonna do fruity tooty katootie business, right? You're gonna be real turned up in silk sheets and oiled up in jacuzzis. You got at least pump up a couple songs to be like, nah, look, I was over here doing music. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm Shane. Now I'm Shane. Like I over here doing music. Nothing funny. No, I swear for God, I wasn't doing nothing funny. But you did nothing. You had nothing. You didn't produce nothing. But bends over. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. Um, what did you do for 2 years? Hell of an exercise. So we admire Kendrick. Yeah, Miss Shirley said she really admires Kendrick's silence. It has to be said. I love it too. I'll be the same way. I'm only gonna pop up with some fire. Oh God, let's add him to the list. Yeah, Big Sean has been one of the haters that you know what it is? These are people I never like. Big Sean is like too little, too late. This guy does not even want to commit to the woman that had kids. He played her out. He played her out so badly. He was like, yeah, you can have a whole baby, produce a whole human, and don't want to even be around. He's a freaking loser. And when Kendrick did, the way Kendrick outstaged him on his own song and became an epic moment, it's like people that want to like Big Sean want to like him. He sounds okay sometimes, but it's too little. What the hell are you doing with your time? If you're not taking care, if you're not like living with people, you don't even want to be with the woman that had the baby, your baby or whatever, then you have time to do something else. What are you doing when you're 24? They don't work at the level of Kendrick, and then they want to get pissed off and complain. They don't work at the level of Kendrick, and then they want to get pissed off when he's receiving every accolade that there is. Shoot, I'll draw an award and send it to him. I could come up with ideas of more people that should be giving him awards. I want him to get everything, a Tony, everything. So Elliot, Elliot, I call him idiot. As a matter of fact, I've said it so many times, I forget that his name is Elliot. He's been spending too much time with. He's been, and like I said, tell me who you hang with, and I'm gonna tell you who you are. Big Sean. Wait, let's talk about Big Sean for a second. We're talking about Kendrick's haters right now, folks, and jealous people that are, he got to make sure he watches his 6, his back, his 3, his 9, his 12, because he cannot. A lot of people cannot be trusted. Big Sean had them fake abs, right, guys? Big Sean had the oh, it's like who wore it best. You ever seen when two people show up with the same outfit at the Oscars and then you say who wore it best? They used to do that, right? So who wore it best? He was the first one to have the Hawaiian rolls done on his stomach. Never forget. Hashtag never forget. And floppy little arms, like wimpy arms, and something weird. It looked like they put Ken from Barbie, the stomach, on Big Sean, and then he want to call himself big. I had a problem with that too. So he has issues and no tissues. We're putting him in the pending file called issues and no tissues. Big little tiny too little too late Sean is over there with his Hawaiian rolls trying to be the first at something. He's like, well, I wore it first. I wore it first. I did it first. Drake, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Little divaing out with his Hawaiian rolls. That's what you were doing? Like, when you pop up and then you pop up. It's like, ding, rolls are done. But where's your music? Where is your inspiration? Where is your integrity? You came over here with everything that we didn't ask for. I almost choked. Hawaiian rolls. Yeah, he wore it first, and that's why he's mad at Drake, because Drake then came out with with the sunken chest and in a sunken place, and Drake got more viral because it's funnier on Drake. It's funnier to make fun of Drake. That's the one thing I gotta give Drake. Like, I've had deep belly laughs from Drake. I'm not over his river dancing. I'm not over every goofy scene in Degrassi, and I didn't watch that show, but I uploaded some videos. Y'all see when I do Drake videos that I put some of his, never forget scenes from goofy moments from Degrassi. That was pathetic. Pathetic. I would not. The price you would have to pay me for that was a humiliation ritual in and of itself. he was famous for being an idiot, and looking goofy. You can't pay me enough. No, thank you. Let me just be broke in peace and have my dignity. Have my dignity at least. Rosa Dunn thing, come and get it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for it. Yeah, the river Drake river dancing at he was trying to be Kendrick. You know how Kendrick dances, and he was like, I could do it too. And just type Drake on my page, and I think it's called Drake's Downfall is Still Going Strong or something. That's what I titled it. And he was doing some goofy dance, and that's why they threw the toilet paper. They were like, get the hell out of here. I want my money back. Also, if Drake goes on tour, I saw Chris Degrassi went dressed up like Michael Jackson. Horrible. Yeah, but if you type on my page Drake, you're gonna like some of my Drake content is explosive. To me, it's hilarious because I'm a savage when it comes to humor. Like I I don't care. I really don't care. So DJ Head is out. He to me he's on Drake's side. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end with this. The apology was trash because the actions gave us the age of Aquarius gave us a little window into everything being revealed about you, and we saw how stupid you are. We saw how you said the fact that he said he was just kidding when he was questioned with it. He should have apologized and said, look, it was a dumb idea. I was just trying to make some type of peace or whatever. And that's still not an excuse. But the first thing he said was, I was just kidding. And then the next thing he did was an apology. And the apology was like 2 seconds. He was like, I fucked up. That's it, guys. That's all I got. I'm going to move on to other topics. And Gina was looking at him like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell are you? Doofus. Doofus. He lost 1,000,000,000 cool points. And I'm gonna call it. I don't think Kendrick is gonna trust him. Kendrick might find it in his heart to forgive him and move on. But who the hell can trust him? This guy, he shouldn't even be in media at all. He's with him. Now, another thing that happened was the Jeremy Heck thing, whatever, Jeremy. The Uprocks, whatever reporter that went at academics. Okay, that's another thing that happened. Everybody's just, what's funny? They're all trying to eliminate each other and be at war with each other. And Kendrick pops up like with clear skin and looking cute, handsome, sexy, whatever, new style and chilling. And it's like producing beautiful music. And that's the thing. That's why listen, I'm not uploading a Drake song. You are in the wrong place, homie. That's why I told some of the people in the comments, I'm like, where you lost. Well, I see you a reactor, and you to react to Drake's music, man. You could put me out of poverty. You give me $1 million, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna talk about the dangers that he poses to the culture, and I'm gonna talk about the stupidity in his lyrics. I'm not giving his lyrics a play. There is zero play in my house or anybody that I know, because I don't mess with people that love Drake respectfully. Unless, if it's a family member that you can't get rid of, okay, but we gonna have serious boundaries. So I'm not giving him a stream. I'm not tarnishing my sexy community with some nonsense. But Jeremy went at Academic saying that Academic is paid by every label and by Truth Social, which is Trump stuff or whatever. His platform that he created. Let's see what y'all saying. I saw, yeah, from the message. Yeah. MJ's back on top from the grave. It's crazy. Thank you for not doing it. You're welcome. I'm not doing it. I'm not tarnishing. Well, you see what we build here? You know what I'm saying? Just good music, good vibrations, good vibes, grown and sexy stuff. Like, no, he's not. And the only way I talk about Drake is basically to make fun of him. He's a court gesture to me. If you know, you know. Bring in the clown, That's what I hear. Every time I see him, he's just a doofus. Look at some of his stuff. And I laugh because he doesn't know how stupid he looks. they're having a bunch of memes on the facial expressions that he did with the visualizer that he posed. And y'all saw those weird cartoons that he has with his visualizers, like to promote some of the lyrics. He has some weird cartoons of himself. Shit is questionable. Most Drake supporters are MAGA. They hate, they disrespect women, they are racist, like everything bad. Sorry, it is. And this, like, and a lot of the people that blindly support, like black people, Hispanics, minorities supporting MAGA is disgusting and disturbing. And you've seen videos of the people that supported Trump or whatever and then got deported. That is hysterical. That is hysterical. So it is, y'all get what y'all deserve. So now this song, this we're gonna talk about this Drake song that people that were hitting. One of the few songs that charted was this Janice, "Shut the F Up," you know, from one of his albums. I don't even know, but this song sounds like he is dying. You know what I mean? He sounds like he is like you're sacrificing a small goat. Like he's literally dragging his voice, and it sounds like sadness. Like that the way y'all have to just listen. If y'all can stand to listen to a snippet, so you know what I'm talking about. I don't even know how that song is charting. I guess there's a lot more stupid people in the world. He's always like begging people, and we'll talk about that in a second. He's begging for somebody to call him back, but there's a lot of Janices in question, by the way, because that's Baby Keem's mother's name also, and also a UMG executive or some personnel in some lady that's in charge of I don't know, some artistic development whatever person. It doesn't even matter. I don't care enough to dig into it. It's so stupid. But we'll go over some of what he's saying. And by the way, just to give you a little appetizer, one of the things that he says in that song is, "Hey, buried alive, someone come dig me, baby." We're back. We're back and better than ever. We are back. The Drake, the dismantling of this idiot. We are back. We are back. Those cartoons directed towards young men and children. That's what I'm saying. He's making music that sounds kind of that's that Hickory Dickory Dock. That's why I did that song. That I did my own little rap, with Hickory Dickory Dock with that the shebang crap. That sounds like a nursery rhyme. Directed to his target audience. If you know, you know. I heard the UMG executive didn't. This is just funny. Miss Michelle says, "Same here. I never have and won't start." Yeah, makes me think about that. Mike's drop TV said, it's ridiculous. So Jeremy went at academics saying that here's the thing. He went at academics saying like, "Oh, you being paid by True Social and you're supposed to report that you get in trouble or whatever." Academics fired back and said, "No, that's not whatever. It doesn't matter." But it seems like Jeremy didn't have enough backup. Like I would hate to see that academics was right, but it looked like he wasn't paid by the same people that like academic is for sure paid by everybody. He has no integrity. His integrity is green, is money. You could buy him, you could make him put anything on his page for the right price. For the right price, you could just the only thing that he was truthful with is liking Kendrick and going to the freaking GNX concert. Nobody asked him to go. Nobody went, he just went by himself and then got pressed by Pretty Boy and Say Free, who is a muscle, the muscle of TDE as well, and the crash out. They keep saying he was a crash out. He didn't care. He was reckless. He didn't care about going to jail back in the day. He was, and he still got that some isms of that, but he is has decorum, has evolved, has grown. So he pressed him, the right way. He pressed him with class. Nonetheless, he threatened him. Like, get the hell. Like, we see you. You don't think you're gonna get over here, homie. Miss Texas said Kendrick's cutoff game is noteworthy. And let me tell you, sometimes you could cut off people quietly. You don't need to make a big rah rah about it. When you cut people off quietly, look how much. Why is Big Sean mad? Because he couldn't step up to Kendrick. Why is Drake mad at Kendrick? Because he can't step up to the level, and Kendrick is giving him no play. And the attention that Kendrick does give him is drag him 47 funerals all around the world and disrespect them, but won't join that stupid, big three thing that they were trying to do. And that's why I have a video on my homepage, on the page, on the channel, the main page. The video is me talking about the difference and the goals that each of them had. They all had different goals. J. Cole just wanted the clout, the accolades, all that, but without getting his hands and little fingernails dirty, but want to be a potty mouth, want to be disrespecting, when it comes to African American slave, innuendos in his music. These people are pouring from an empty cup. They have nothing inside. So what can you give? What can you can't have no substance if you have nothing. You have nothing. They don't even know how to value people, their worth or whatever. Um yeah, belittle. And yeah, that's true too. Like cartoons and cereal, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Young people, his disses are so stupid. They don't land. They don't land. They're just disrespectful. So now, Charlemagne and academics are at war. How do y'all feel about Charlemagne? I think Charlemagne. I have a serious problem with Charlemagne. Um, Charlemagne will say things that make sense. Every once in a while, he'll say things that make sense. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I hate everything about Drake. Yeah, my man," he told DMX. "My man, I don't like Drake either. This and that." And this week he was offending Kendrick, saying, "Yeah, Drake should not go against Michael Jackson." Okay, so it sounds good and dandy, but who does he work with? Who does he work with? Don't he sit with Andrew Schultz? That idiot that said those disgraceful, disturbing things about Kendrick. Do y'all remember what he said about Kendrick? Those sexually explicit, disturbing things that he said about Kendrick. Don't worry, I will not repeat it. It's absolute mayhem. You understand? That boy need to be aired the hell out like that. Andrew Schultz. How could you sit? That's a demon, a devil. These are all demons. How could Charlemagne sit with such a guy, right? Tell me who you hang with and I'm gonna tell you who you are. And if he's doing it for a paycheck, then that's even worse. Y'all remember what Andrew Schultz said. So it's out of control. Now, some of the other people that this week and just in general, Lupe Fiasco, he's just wilding out. I don't know if Absol, who was it that had a song? I don't know if I think Most Def was performing. I think with Lupe. Lupe was performing this week. Yeah, Charlemagne all the time. Yes, he yeah, he defends Andrews. Or I don't know, he works with him. He's over there, you know what I'm saying, and sitting right next to him. How the hell can you, let me tell you something, if I would have heard those words, it's no way I could sit next to him and work with such a freak, you know what I mean, such a disturbing sicko like that. Because the stuff when he said that burned me to my soul like that. I was just like, it's time to get up and get active. That's the only thing I was thinking. Like, yo, get active, people. Who's around him? Who's near him? Get active. Get at him. Because that was like, Kendrick's kids are gonna grow up and have to listen to that. So that was egregious. So Drake's these lyrics for this Janice thing that's charting um literally make no sense. Like, this is a, like I said, it's a cry for help. It's a narcissistic dove cry. Miss Lachelle said, I don't think most people hate Kendrick. I think they're extremely jealous that they can't compete. Exactly what I just said. Yeah. Or reach his level lyrically, mastery, and dominance. Exactly what I said. I agree. That's exactly what I said. Too little. It's not enough. Like Kendrick said, it's not enough. They're never reaching, because who in their right mind is gonna work that many hours like Kendrick does? Who's gonna work that many? They don't have their right minds on. They can't work like that. They're not in their right minds. Only somebody that's that passionate is going to put in the triple amount of work and hours into it. And that makes no sense to the average person. Because if you have a gift, if you like to paint, you like to draw, you're going to be putting hours into it with nobody even, telling you to do it. You're just going to be, as soon as you wake up, as soon as you go to sleep, like, you're just going to be working at it, right? So people are not, the average person is not going to put in that much work. And because if I wasn't willing to put in that much work as a rapper, I'd be like, man, you got it. You got it. And that's why, some people give Kendrick credit, because it's like, man, you put in more work than me. And that's it. And that's the thing. The situation with the black hippie, I do believe it has something to do with work ethic or something. Making sure that everybody's healthy to do this album. Because if they do a project, they gotta perform if they do a project, an album, or a song, they gotta perform the song, unless they're just gonna do a video and call it a day. But people want to hear those songs in concerts. You're not gonna do a fire ass track with Black Hippie or an album and not perform it in a concert. Q is good. He's on his healthy journey. He's working out. J Rock looks okay. He was talking about being healthy and stuff. But are these people all available, mind, body, and spirit, to put in the work ethic? Okay, because Absol was on the that freestyle. Y'all remember that freestyle a few months ago, and he kind of messed up in the freestyle. I forgot what it was, and he kind of messed up. So I think I saw was the week. Thank you. Uh, your um your music diva. Thank you. I'm trying to do this with kid gloves because he is Black Hippie, but the truth has to be told. He supported Kendrick. He went to the GNX concerts and everything. But Absol needs to stay. Now he's been in the studio a lot. This whole week I was in a live that he was in his. He was live a lot this week. He was live a lot this week. So I know who Kendrick is. I believe so too, Miss Lasha. I know who Kendrick is. And if I was Kendrick, I would start polishing that guy behind the scenes, working with him behind the scenes. Kendrick hates to put out something that's not gonna succeed. He's type A personality. He hates to put out an incomplete project or something that's not gonna be to fruition. Just think of, that's why I gotta give credit to SZA. Salute to SZA. Regardless, that girl crazy and everything, but salute to SZA with the GNA's tour, because she was sick a couple of days, sick as a dog, and she performed and she did her due diligence. She did all the things that she signed up to do. She signed up to do half of the tour, whatever, and she completed that tour with him. Every night, giving her best, putting on performance, her outfits. That takes a lot of energy, and like I said, Absol was proven that he was not on his P's and Q's a couple of months ago. He was embarrassed, but he did take accountability. And I respect the way he took accountability. He was like, man, I wasn't on my game. I gotta fix this, and he said that. He said, I wasn't on my game. You win some, you lose some. I gotta take care of this. But you're right. Respectfully, I think Absol is the situation. Being healthy or not. um some of I just want to talk about some of these lyrics this lyric that is charting for Drake. He keeps some of the lyrics. It's like, reach me, baby, call my phone and say you need me. He just keeps saying that. But this that brought to my attention, hey, buried alive, someone come dig me up. That is a torture soul. That is a torture soul, because I don't see Kendrick saying that about himself. Kendrick will be transparent and say, look, I suffer from depression, or I did this and that. But you know, he these lyrics are just so pathetic. You understand? It's just completely pathetic. Funny thing is, they ain't gonna compete. You gonna get yours. He goes in and out. You gonna get yours, but I'm buried alive. I'm like dying. So, I just wanted to point that out. That is just something that is going on with him. And this is a song that they want to chart. This is a song that they want to chart. And they play this in the clubs. Nobody's dancing to this because it's a slow song. Actually, it's not even fast. It's a slow song. It's crazy. Now, Kendrick. What do we have? We have the last thing that we have is um, Kendrick's new award. So this week, Kendrick got an AMA award. He also he submitted for three, or there were three nominations. One of the nominations was for tour, and the other nomination was, I think, for a collab. Let's see. Yeah, nominations for, let me see, 2026. Drake is 40 years old loser. He will not look himself in the mirror. Where is his parents? His parents are a hot mess. And let me tell you something. There are single mothers out there that are doing a phenomenal job. There are single fathers out there, shout out to y'all, that are doing a phenomenal job, that raise kids well, with integrity, with respecting legends, elders, etc., and raise good gentlemen, good women, good young ladies, good people, good community, citizens, future citizens, and positive people. So she just looked like she enabled, like an enabler. The reason why I'm saying that is because he wanted to sue in Degrassi, and they wanted, and he sued because he didn't want to be in the wheelchair anymore, and she went along with it. He can't sue by himself. He was a kid, so she went right along with him. For the AMAs, Kendrick was nominated for Artist 2026 Tour of the Year. Let's see, Tour of the Year, Best Hip Hop Song. I think it was with Best Hip Hop Song and Best Male Hip Hop Artist. And he won for Best Male Hip Hop Artist. And I put the shorts for that. So he won for Best Male Hip Hop Artist. Cardi B won for Best Female Hip Hop Artist. But to be honest, she does have some competition, but not that much. The only thing I guess she would have is Dolce, but a lot of the other female rappers, they're like, Megan is like busy being pissed off at that breakup or whatever the hell is going on, with that situation. And she, so she won for that. And the tour, they gave it to Shakira, the tour. Now, Keke Palmer. Have y'all seen Keke Palmer? What's going on with Keke Palmer, by the way? Well, we'll put a pin on that. Let's see. Kendrick keeps winning. Every time he turns around, there's something new, and that's what I was saying before. Drake wakes up to Kendrick winning all the time. Megan is on Broadway also. Yeah, I saw a little bit about that, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So, let me see Divas. Yeah, I think so. Right. So, Kendrick is about to. So they're saying that Kendrick has an album for the summer. Do y'all think that? When do y'all think Kendrick is gonna drop? Kendrick is set to drop around July. That's what they believe. The people inside his camp are saying like by July. And that's what I was saying. He's not gonna post. He's not gonna drop with Iceman. He's giving Iceman a chance to flop. So he's giving Iceman a chance to flop. And once he, is ready to drop, it doesn't matter. He's gonna take over. Even if he does an album by himself, if he does a collaboration album with Baby Keem, if he does a Black Hippie album or song on the album, it doesn't matter. It's good. People gonna forget about everything. We don't forgot about Jid. They forgot about the fall off J. Cole's album. That doesn't have replay value. It doesn't have replay value. Nobody cares about that. Late July and August. Thinks he's gonna drop in July. A couple of people in his camp have been hinting. Smack was saying it's coming very soon. You're such a gorgeous lady. Please always take care. Thank you. Every time I go live, there's always someone, and I don't pay these people, but thank you. There's always someone, they were saying, oh, love, love. Yeah, it's always like a loving moment when people give me a compliment like that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Like and subscribe. It took a moment for that. Thank you. The Circus freestyle. Whatever he drops, let me tell you something. He could drop a book, and we gonna go crazy. You understand? Kendrick could drop a book. How to be like, and that is an actual book. I remember I promoted that real quick. How to be like Kendrick for Dummies is an actual book that someone's selling. It's just like every page is just a daily quote from Kendrick. So that's an actual book. But Kendrick could drop biscuits. Like it doesn't matter. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be like not glazing. Or if people think it's glazing, I'm glazing on the right team. Like Cat Williams said, there's their side and our side. We don't want nothing. There's good and evil. That's it. There's no happy medium, J. Cole. But he could drop some biscuits and we gonna be there. Just like remember Patti LaBelle? Happy birthday, Patti LaBelle. She just turned 83. Shout out. Um she dropped, remember when she did that her pie and stuff, and it was, man, we went to every freaking Walmart. We went to every Walmart, and when I got it, it was great. It was delicious. It was good. It was the way I like it, nutmeggy, real delicious. It was sweet, little salt. Like it was delicious. I don't care about nothing. That's why them things were selling out. They were the most delicious sweet potato pies that they have on the market. So Kendrick could drop whatever. He could drop fire, like, and we gonna be there because whatever he does, he's gonna do it with passion and integrity and think things out. Anderson Paak, what dropped a new song featuring Jay. Anderson Paak was on concert or something. He's on a tour or something, acting, cutting the hell out. Have y'all seen the snippet? He is cutting up on stage. He is dangerously like turned up. Like he was dangerously turned up. Him in that wig. Somebody get that wig off of that man. He was acting a fool on his stage. I don't know where he was, but I was like, oh, this is too much. I can't. I could barely watch. He is a vibe though. Yeah, he is a vibe. J. Cole. Oh, you niggas boo boo. Your homeboy you with, boo boo. Everything. Oh yeah, it's boo boo. Nobody's bringing nothing great. Nobody's bringing nothing great. Lupe Fiasco, go get a life. Go get a life. If you're watching this, kick rocks with flip flops and dusty toes. I don't care nothing for you. Big Sean, take care of your rolls, and that's a bar. Go take care of your freaking Hawaiian stomach rolls. Who else is a Drake hater? Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco's been hating on Kendrick for the longest. He gives backhanded compliments and that little nervous laugh. They all do like a little nervous laugh, like, and then he takes it back. He walks it back a little bit, and then he's like, "No, I do have respect for him. Shut the hell up forever." Finally made it to Baby Keem's concert. You see the influences of Kendrick in him. Absolutely. I survived the mosh pit with my daughter in Gatlinburg. She got it, the only person on our side. You survived. Yeah, them things are crazy, man. I got hurt. Cat Willis, hey, Mr. the Savage. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, all these people, all these, yeah, y'all know about Lupe Fiasco's hate with, Kendrick. Yeah, he's been beyond, jealous of Kendrick, like, for the longest. Just disrespecting him, continues to deny claims that he keeps saying, like, oh yeah, I respect Kendrick, and then says some off the wall stuff, like saying he's on Drake's side. By the way, he's on Drake's side. All of the people that cannot win are joining Drake's side, and that's why they want to be like him, imitating his Hawaiian rolls, Ozempicing up, doing all that stuff. The next day you were sore than I know. It's not easy. It's not like Kendrick's mosh pit at all. It was crazy. Yeah, so Lupe Fiasco's been hating Kendrick on the low, basically, for a long time, and then he walks it back. But he's aligning with Drake. He's saying, like, Drake has a great out, like they all saying, like, Drake's album is great or whatever. And yeah, somebody else was saying, was saying that Drake's album was great. See, here's the thing. I'm not comfortable with anybody that's friends with Kendrick or knows Kendrick or supposed to be Kendrick's allies that say, oh, Drake's album is great. If you hear that thing, if the snippets that I've heard, they're all trash, and you see all the reviews are viral that this thing is horrible. It's horrible. The lyrics are watered down, weak, insane. I want to say so many things, but YouTube is gonna block me. Pedo stuff is pedo-ish. It's weird flex. Like, he compliments. He's like, he wishes he could, like, save or find a man, that he can pay for stuff for. Like, he was talking about that. And like I said before, live your truth. If that's what you into, you into. But it's like he's a weird flex. Like, it really is. Hooray. Wasn't it crazy? Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. All of the people are saying that Drake's album is great and that all this is fantastic. That's what's happening. Like, because they're losing. They cannot win. And I think DJ Head, to be honest, low key loves Drake's album. I think DJ Head loves Drake's album, low key. I think he'd be dancing and singing, shebang, in the shower. So that's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And it came out like, so he was like, look, this song is not that bad. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna sanitize the song. Yeah, DJ had been a goofy. Thank you, Cat Williams. And a lot of us agree. So I'm glad my community, thumbs up to my community. Because I was like, I thought I was going to get, resistant. But you can't win. DJ had, no. He's over there shebanging in the shower. I promise you, he is shebanging in the shower. And that word is weird. I think he likes it. He was like, y'all, just give it a chance. I'm going to fix it for y'all. And then y'all going to see the beauty in Too Hard for the Radio. Y'all going to see the beauty in that. But don't worry about it. He let me tell you, I put DJ Head. It's a bunch of weirdos. I have a weirdo file. Like, Uncle, what's his name? That stupid interviewing. Club Shay Shay. He's in a weirdo file. He's in an absolute weirdo file. Because when Cat Williams went on his show, he was warning him, but it went over his head. It went over his head. Just like the right thing to do went over DJ's head. It just be going over people's head. They're just weirdos. Shebanging in the shower is crazy. Shebanging in the shower. Showering. Shebanging. Showering. If I hit a J3, all of them is loco. I gotta take this. Oh, sorry. I can't. Yeah. But I know they're scared. This is why they're crashing out. They're crashing out because Kendrick keeps winning awards. And imagine the talks every time Kendrick wins an award. Just imagine that conversation. But also, when Drake, this is why if you want to laugh, just watch like when people do funny things. When Drake found out, they're putting videos saying that Kendrick is coming out soon. Drake probably took a double look and was like, "What? What? What? Oh my God! What is happening? Is it coming out? What? You know what I'm saying?" And he's absolutely paranoid. Absolutely paranoid. But yeah, I had to take that off. I'm trying to make sure YouTube keeps us. Um, so that he's coming out with that. So academics went at war with Charlemagne because Charlemagne warned academics that people are out to get him, that he gonna get God, to watch his back. But why? Why would Charlemagne take the time, putting the energy? You think I'm gonna call academics to warn him about anything? Embrace your karma, fool. So Charlemagne called academics to warn him that that they're coming for him or whatever the hell the warning was, right? And academics took that as an absolute threat, and he on one of his sites or whatever, he has trying to unleash the dragon and putting out so many horrible things about Charlemagne the God. I remember, I know where Charlemagne. Anyways, I have so much that I know about Charlemagne. Like I know where he be at and stuff, and where he get his nails and all this stuff. Like he just be doing some weird stuff. But anyways, so now, academics is at war and is exposing stuff that we already knew about Charlemagne, for years, but like trying to blow him up online and like that's the thanks I get. What did y'all think of Drake giving academics a chain? Our next thing is academics saying that Drake's kids. The I have a video on it. I have a video on it about Drake's kids. He slipped. Yes, it was crazy. I was in the really fighting for my life. My daughter got one. What? Yeah. She must have called Drake a strange man. Never work with him. Yeah, DJ Mustard cannot work with Drake right now. Like it would be looking weird. He cannot possibly go with Drake. He cannot. There's no way. Um, there's no way. But so yeah. So what do y'all think about this Charlotte academic saying about Drake's kids? It just yeah. I put the video up. Act yeah, saying Drake has kids. Kendrick, the last thing, one of the last things I want to talk about is how prophetic Kendrick is. Let me say this. I'm gonna just say this. Kendrick, I do not believe, will put something out to get embarrassed, and he doesn't have proof. If he's gonna say something, he hasn't lied about anything, man. He has from 2008, 2007. I got videos earlier than that, right? 2006. I got pictures and videos earlier than that when Kendrick was literally 13, rapping 12. But here's my thing. He's been saying the same thing. Kendrick's been consistent the whole time. Those videos that I put out that are old, Kendrick's been saying the same thing. He's like, you can't fake influence. That last video that I put out, it's called Kendrick's Relax thing. He was relaxing, just laying down on that couch, and as the interview progressed, he was laying more and more until he started having snacks, on the interview, but he was dropping nothing but dimes and bars. He was talking about you can't fake influence, and that interview was 2012. 2012. And he already was cooking, Good Kid, My City, all that stuff. He's been saying the same thing this whole time. This whole time, he has not changed. He has not changed. So when he puts out a diss track, and yes, it's hyperbole, it's hyperbolic, you know, that he does exaggerations, personifications and exaggerations in a song. But when he says the claim on Meet the Grams about his daughter, y'all thought he was kidding. Y'all thought people were like, he'll show me proof. Kendrick is just drops the seed of doubt and goes to sleep and goes to work and goes to spend time with his family, and then lets the internet sleuths just do their job. And boy, are they doing their job. Okay? Boy, are they doing their job. So our academic slipped and said that Drake has kids. And he said they're not gonna come around his house and mess around with Drake's kids or something he was talking about. And it just so happened to slip. And this is the same man that said, I want proof. The same academics that said he wants proof when Meet the Grams came out and was like, y'all believe anything. It was such a bad actor. Yo, even if they're paying you all that money acting, you can't even act. You get a coach. Get a coach. Yo, act. It's like a $2 lifetime actor with poor, like a $2 lifetime movie with poor ratings and bad actors. A $2 lifetime movie. Act is as bad as like a $2 wig. I could smack a magademics. Smack a magademics. Should take a picture of about Drake's kids and should take about their horrible father. The rabbit hole goes deeper. I promise. Your music diva said I saw that him sitting on the couch interview. He was so tired. Yeah, he looked tired, but he still showed up to the interview, Miss Shirley, and that's what some of the comments were saying, and rightfully so. It's like he still showed up. He was like, you know what, I could cancel this interview or go in there and drop my little careful bars and give my advice and all that. And he did, he dropped knowledge, and he was still, and he was saying like, yeah, conscious, anybody can be conscious, but are you conscious and aware and an advocate for the culture? Let me tell you something. I want to say something about Drake. Drake was mad that DJ Khaled was silent. Drake, when he was getting his ass handed to him in a tiny, teeny pieces, you understand, hibachi style. Kendrick was whooping that ass hibachi style. Come and get it. You know what I mean? Just throwing pieces of Drake all over the universe, right? He was picking up his own pieces, only to then Kendrick give him 47 funeral processions and celebration of life with Not Like Us, right? So nobody was speaking for Drake. Not that many people were speaking for Drake. And all of a sudden, now that Drake is coming out with an album, then the game shows up and all these people, little baby is like, I stand with him. I stand with him. Because they're back on payroll. And Drake knows that they didn't defend him that much either. But he needs them because he got him on payroll for this Iceman thing. You see how transactionally obvious he is? Now, here's my thing. Where is the footage of Drake at Black Lives Matters marches? Let me say that again. Somebody show me the footage, because I've been trying to upload it and I'm a researcher. If it's out there, I'm going to find it. Where is the footage of Drake at Black Lives Matters and him advocating for George Floyd, for all the people that passed away, wrongful deaths? Where is the footage of him advocating? You understand? He was silent. So they were silent when Kendrick was kicking your ass. Good. You were silent. You're silent on when the White House is using your ICE stuff. You silent about the fact that you use that as a title. You're silent about Black affairs because you never cared about the culture. And now the culture is kicking your ass. And with led by Kendrick. So it is a wonderful, wonderful downfall that you're having, Drake. Everything he tries to do is going to fail, no matter what the numbers are, no matter what the money. Because look, Drake has all those millions, and he is over here living, and Kendrick is living rent free in this man's head. Him with his millions, he's taking his millions to wipe his tears. He's going like this at night, shebang, I'm gonna get him. You know what I mean? That's the best he could do, is just be like shebang. That's the best you could do. This guy put out GNX, and Kendrick put his Heart Part 6, that was so touching and told the whole story. And this was over here like, Janice, shut the F up, or whatever the hell. With Sexy Red, he got a track with Sexy Red on one of these songs, these albums. I don't know and I don't care, but I did hear a snippet. Sexy Red singing the Cha Cha Slide. What are we even doing? What do we do? Like I said, he thinks this whole hip hop thing is a joke. I think Drake knows that he could put out slop and still sell it, and still sell it. Now UMG, do y'all think that UMG is gonna keep him? There's a possibility UMG can keep him, and there's a possibility that UMG cannot. If UMG keeps him, my opinion is they're gonna torture the bejesus, the living daylights out of him. They're gonna keep him so that they can control him and just torture him some more, so he could go wipe his tears with some more hundreds. So he could wipe his tears with some more hundreds. Because that song, Janice, Shut the F Up, that's charting. He's like, I'm buried alive. Come dig me out, please. Call me back, Janice. Call me back. Like he's crying out. The first paragraph was about a girl, whoever the hell. The second paragraph is talking about he's a tortured soul. And then he says, yeah, no, I had to do work and dig deep. They want me to dig deep into my soul, but I'd rather just go to the strip club. But while he's crying. So if UMG, do y'all think UMG is going to keep him? Because that's the controversy right now. That's another talk. They're saying that they might offer him, listen, whatever UMG does, if they do keep him and offer him more money, if that is a thing, oh boy, that's signing more deals with the devil. Be very afraid, Drake. He's mad at Cole for not helping him, right? And he's on a song talking about J. Cole didn't call me back. Keep wiping your tears with hundreds, Drake, with your dollar bills. He's in the club like this. He's in a strip club, just throwing dollars and taking some to wipe his tears away. You get me? All that money that could be going to hungry kids, homeless shelters, children's schools, sending kids to college. Come on, come on. Yeah, for not helping him, but makes up with Future. And that's another thing. Future is despicable. Future, I always got the feeling that Future will just go with whatever is clout. You get me? So it's like he heard Kendrick's lyrics on Like That. Don't y'all think Future heard the lyrics? He knows the lyrics. He knew it was gonna. He knew that Kendrick was starting a war on Like That. And he was like, sure, it's gonna be a moment for me. That's what Future does. He's gonna be like 80. When he's 80, he's just gonna be thinking about turning up. And club, they're all delayed. They're all mentally delayed. They all, you know what they call that, the R word. The R word. They're mentally delayed because they all are 40 or close to it. And they talk about nothing. They don't care about relationships, family, moments with children, with their children. Except, he's doing some weird stuff, A minor. But I digress. We the people can laugh at Drake ending his career. I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah. Shirley said, yeah, they think that what they're doing is so good, but so ratchet. But they're not happy. They're miserable. Miss Marianne, remember Miss Marianne? Nice to see you. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's what UMG owns hip hop. Drake is their main tool. UMG kind of, well, they don't, a lot of people making moves like Kendrick James to control their music, one way or another. Kendrick has distribution deal, but I think Kendrick's moving away from even having a distribution deal with UMG. Kendrick is trying to make PG Lang an all one-stop shop deal. A creative agency to do everything. When people heard that PG Lang is a creative agency. They got confused because like the ads that they put in the commercials, they're trying to show you that they can come up with any idea. People don't get it. It goes over people's head. It's that you come up with any idea and they could turn into anything. They're gonna do movies. They've been doing. They did you know they're doing soundtracks or deals with movies. They're doing deals with um this FIFA and the sporting events and Adidas, and it's bigger than the music. That's what Kendrick keeps saying. People don't listen. It's bigger than that, and it's about control and having your own and owning your own. I know for a fact Kendrick is trying to decipher and look up with. That's why he don't got time to be looking at these boys cry with pigtails and afro puffs, rough and tough in their afro puffs, because he's trying to figure out. I know he's trying to figure out how to have distribution or create a distribution plan and market that they don't even need UMG. That's what I would be doing if I was Kendrick. And PG Lang is a whole. That's why he marketed and created it properly. He didn't just say, "Oh, we're just a little record label." No, he didn't want it to be like that. He wanted it to be a creative force. I'm waiting for the lawsuit to end. Yeah, Madman, Marianne, Miss Marianne said UMG wants their money, so they will keep him because of his fans. And do you think UMG will pay for streams for Drake? Because that's a touchy subject, because it's like they want their money back. UMG, all they care about is their money. But at the same time, I think they're dangerous. I think that they're not going to let him off that easy. I know that, you know how people believe in humiliation rituals and all this and that. Well, Drake is immune to embarrassment, but I would not trust them. They're extremely powerful, allegedly, and I don't think they're going to let him off that easy. Is what I think. I think they're definitely going to make him work for it in more ways than one. They're going to make Drake pay back or whatever. I'm gonna just say make Drake pay. They were happy with Kendrick's Not Like Us high fiving each other, because Kendrick with substance has moved the culture and is breaking records and getting all kinds of awards and making money, way more money. These tours that Kendrick did was almost $500 million. Let me say that again. That GNX tour was close to $500 million. That means you only have to do one tour in your life, and that's it. You can sit down for the rest of your life and pay all your overhead, all your crew. Yo, with $500 million, they stopped counting at 346 or something like that $1 million that the tour made, but they only had added up to 32 shows, I think, at that point. That number that they have is only 30 shows. It's not the whole tour. So the whole tour was 47 shows. So imagine, that's close to $500 million. You could work one time in your life and then be like, oh, I did a great tour and that's it. But luckily, it's not enough. Kendrick is in his prime and he should know it. He's young. He needs to continue to produce music if he so chooses to, if he wants to. Because that snippet that they gave us, those snippets that they gave us are fantastic with Kendrick's music. So let me see what y'all saying. Can going to expose the music industry. He's been exposing, Madman. He's been exposing. He's against the music industry and he cursed him out. He's like, fuck the industry too. And the industry is like clapping for him at winning 5 Grammys for this track. Yay! While he's like, fuck yeah. They keep awarding him. And I love it. It makes the day bright. It makes my teeth shine. And it's wonderful. Um, it's super wealthy people. Didn't Kendrick say that his daughter Uzi has musical abilities? Yeah, she likes to sing and dance. I have a lot of video footage. I just am careful of what I upload. But for Father's Day, I'm working on something, and y'all see. Yeah, she definitely likes to sing and dance and personality. She's so cute. She looks just like Kendrick. In my opinion, she looks just like Kendrick. She's a beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful complexion. Beautiful little girl. His kids are stunning. They're beautiful kids, nice kids. His son has his demeanor. His son has that powerful look. His son looks like him as well. His son looks like him as well. There's a side by side I'll do, and y'all see what I mean. Like his son's demeanor, it's like it. I remember in Squabble Up, he has a picture. His son is like doing the same thing that Kendrick's doing, like squabbling up. Like it's so crazy, and he has his father's demeanor in a lot of ways. Y'all see the video I'm putting together for Father's Day. Yeah, Miss Marianne, it's organic if they are a production company that they want to own creative process, publications, and creative rights. Yes, it's organic. PG Lang is absolutely organic. They want, the idea is for the artist to thrive. That's the idea, for the artist to thrive. And then they pay off different industries or different companies that work with them, but not the other way around. Enoch looks like he can be a handful. Yeah, Enoch looks like, don't, okay, he looks like the baby version of F around and F and find out. And I love it so much. He looks like, don't play with me. I love it so much. I love it so much. That's a savage. His kids are like sensitive savage. You know what I mean? And the little boy is like, don't play. You'll be hard pressed to see him like smiling so much in a lot of pictures. I'll just say that. He does, of course, laugh, be a kid or whatever, but his pictures, his look is so powerful. Oh my heavenly, I love it. You'll see his look. He plays no games. He looked like he ready to squabble up. Even in that behind the scenes at the Super Bowl, you remember when Kendrick took a picture of his family behind the scenes of the Super Bowl and he was carrying his son? The kid was like, he pointed like he wanted to punch something. That's how he took the picture. And they were like, yo, that's the baby version of Squabble Up. Everybody's like this in the picture, like, oh, hi. And that kid was the only one looking with a straight face, like, I'll F you up. Respectfully, I would not be surprised if more rappers start looking into PG Line blueprint. They're gonna imitate everything. How to be more like Kendrick for dummies. Everybody's imitating everything Kendrick. Everything. That's what they're doing. Everything. The way he dresses, the way he moves. Like, look, respectfully, AZ Chike is trying to do what Kendrick's doing, what Kendrick has done. Even with this song, and a lot of y'all were on point with that AZ Chike's new song that I put out, that with Leon Thomas. That is a banger, beautiful song. And Black's album, Love is the New Gangster. Love it, love the title. So he's trying to do that love. It's almost like the Good Flirts type of vibe video, but like love. It's like Luther. It's like, Kendrick. He's following Kendrick's footprints, and that's fine. That's fine. He has to, continue to. He has his own style, but yeah, I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do. Let's see. Let's see what y'all saying. And Kendrick killed that Super Bowl performance. And remember when they were trying to say that Kendrick didn't have that Benito won, Bad Bunny had a higher views or whatever, and then it turned out not to. That's why I don't follow everybody. Kendrick be roughhousing Enoch. That's why he looked like that. He don't play no games. Imagine Kendrick. Oh my God. They be doing burpees, baby burpees. I know he got them doing burpees on concrete or something fun like that. I know he's doing burpees or something. Yeah. I know that kid looks like, go ahead and mess around if you want to. And I hope he got rapping abilities, respectfully. I do. But if you don't, you don't. Because look at Biggie Small's son. Respectfully, one more time, Biggie Small's son cannot rap to save his existence at all. And I remember when he went to Hot 97 and they were like, young man, you still need work. They were treating him so kindly, but he was trash. So you just have to know if you are going to follow your parents' footprints, you know, or if you're gonna follow your own gift and your own passion. So if he's good at it, he got huge shoes to fill. If Enoch or Uzi want to rap, also help me God, they got to do their own thing. But they have a phenomenal father with Kendrick, who inspires, encourages, and teaches them how to find their passion, and so they're gonna be all right either way, regardless of what their passion turns out to be. They might just, one of them just want to work with animals, or just be cooking, or do whatever, and that's fine, you know. So but that little boy looks like he plays zero games. I haven't found a picture of him smiling yet. You know, is he? To follow Kendrick is the best role model to follow. Yeah, I'm watching you in the Thunder game. Crystal Sturgeon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna be wrapping things up. But so you know, they're afraid. Everybody's moving very frivolously right now because the summer is here. The summer is almost here, and um Drake doesn't have no summer bangers in that trash, those trash albums, you know. So who are we gonna watch? There's some hot concerts out. Some people, yeah, there's some people. Some of the people, y'all could list some of the people y'all like, and yeah. Oh, Ghost. Okay, we have some. Oh, shout out to the Yankees. As I said before, shout out to the Yankees. As I said last week, I was like, if they win, New York is gonna be bananas. The viral videos on New York are out of commission. Those people were screaming, send, you know, don't send any more cops. Y'all can't take us. Like, they were going crazy. People were on top of buildings. It was crazy. Congrats to the Knicks and Knicks fans, because, you know, I'm not into sports so much, to be honest, but I know they're going to the finals, so it's getting crazy. I'm going to have a heart attack if the Spurs lose this league. You're into sports, Texas. I didn't know you were so into sports. He's trying to get that video hard for the radio out before Kendrick drops. Oh, and Drake, I have to say, Drake had the best fall off ever. He Oh, I have to say this. Wait a minute. I almost forgot something so important and deliciously funny. Drake broke the record for fastest fall of a number one album, of a number one song. And I can't make this up. The record was previously held by Taylor Swift. Wait, so Drake's song, Drake had the biggest fall off, the quickest fall off. It was only he had a number one for only 14 days, and that record was held by none other than Taylor Swift for a song called Mine. So she had the record for quickest fall off the chart, of the number one. So it swiftly fell off the charts, and Taylor Lee made into like despair. So it is ironic that Taylor Swift had the record, even though she charts and she has a bunch of number ones, but Taylor Swift had the record for quickest fall off the chart from that song called Mine. And now Drake holds that title. Master Manipulator loses again. That's hilarious. He's not dominating the chart. He's manipulating the charts. Let me say that again. Drake is not dominating charts. He's manipulating charts. Okay? So it is what it is. Congratulations for choking your comeback. So that's literally what happened. So his fall of, and all the songs, by the way, are dropping 63% drop on his songs, because that's what he did. He threw like garbage of slaps, like barrels of slap. He has 43 songs, and it's like to play a video game to see where it sticks. You get me? That's like if you playing dice and you just throw 10 dice to make sure you get enough sixes or whatever the number you're trying to get. So that's what happened, and they all falling off 23%, 40 up to 63% off the charts. So Michael Jackson never had a downfall like that. That's another reason why he can't be compared to Michael Jackson. And do y'all know Sean and Kiki Palmer? The reason I'm mentioning it is like the lighthearted, news. Like she's going viral. The guy from Hot Wings. Do y'all know the guy from Hot Wings? The Caucasian, bald-headed person. They're going viral because this is just funny news, and somebody wanted me to talk about this. They're going viral because he has a crush on her, and they were just I guess she has a show or she is interviewing people or whatever, and he was on the show, and he's all smitten over her and what have you, and she was over there kissing him, and I guess playing with that poor man's emotions, but the internet is like trying to hook them up, but it is what it is. A lot of these talk show hosts, I don't know if they bring out as many rappers. A lot of the rappers, I don't know, they don't interview. They have a lot of guests, but I don't see like that many. I don't know who be bringing out so many rappers, but so um so Baby Keem is about to do the governor's ball that's coming up, and do y'all think Kendrick is gonna show up to that? I think there's a possibility that Kendrick will show up to that, but that's coming up. So Baby Keem is gonna come back, circle back to New York because he canceled the New York signing. Their dating was with her mother. Yeah, I think they're dating. I don't know what the hell, but she's going viral for, I don't know, flirting with him or whatever's going on her show. Her and SZA are like close. Her and SZA are very close. They they were on that movie together. That's SZA's movie. I mean, the movie that they had, I forgot what the name was, and it was a fun movie. It's like a funny, fun movie, lighthearted. It's nothing too serious, but it was a fun movie. The movie that SZA had. SZA's voice. Well, SZA also sang the song of a cartoon. I forgot the cartoon. I've been talking about this, but yeah, isn't he doing a festival in Chicago next week? Yes. Baby Keem is, let's just check real quick. Um let's just check real quick cuz he's really doing nicely on his tour. He's really, like, everything has been sold out, his arena. I think he's, like Mr. Shaw has said, I think he's ready for stadiums. In my opinion, I think he could have shut down stadiums. I think, but they're very careful. They're doing things the right way. June 1st, Baby Keem is gonna be in Montreal. He's gonna be in yeah. Oh, great. And June 5th is gonna be in Queens at the Governor's Ball. June 8th, he's in Boston. He's almost done with his tour. Well, it'll be done in September. I think he has a break in between. When does he have a break? Yeah, he has a break from June. Um, his tour in June is going to be in Chicago, June 13th, and then he comes back on August. So he's giving himself like a month or so, or 3 weeks or whatever. So he has different breaks. September 18th in London is said to be his last tour. So it's all good. Just stopping by. Thank you, Diego. Hi. So he has a couple of dates. Like he has San Francisco. He's going August 9th, London, the 29th of August, September. He's gonna be in Europe. Yeah, September is in Europe. So from September 1st to September 18th. And then, when the Boogeyman comes out, then this whole thing will have to be restructured and everything will be done. But this is all that we have, that I have for tonight. thank you all for being here. You know, I don't want to take up too much. You it's a serious get back. Texas, that's funny as hell. You think UMG's like this, you know? You get me? And that's what I said. I think you don't think that UMG's gonna get back at this dude. You think they're just gonna be like, oh, thank you so much um for the lawsuit. Let's promote you. Let's do everything, you know, that we have for you. Let's make sure we roll out the red carpet. You know, not gonna happen. That you stated it beautifully. Beautiful get back. Let me post my Patreon stuff. I don't know how to do um I'm just giving you the information. And some of the people are finding it because I have members already. The membership is starting there too. So if you want to support what I do, the content that I provide, you can support me with my Cash App. And if you want to become a member, this is my information for my membership. UMG gonna bleed him for their money. UMG is gonna. It's like people taking turns whipping Drake's ass. Like it's like alley oop to alley oop. That's why happy you know Pusha T Day for the story of Adidon that I uploaded. If you want to check that out, it's like Pusha T started the butt whooping. Then alley oop did all the way to Kendrick. Kendrick done dragged this man, resuscitated him to kill him again like 1,000 times. And it's not over. UMG, he got real threats. Drake has real life threats. I know Drake is dangerous to the culture also. Be aware of his underhanded stuff and things that he could do. He is a threat to the culture. Um, he's not on the culture side. He wants his get back on the culture that we discover that he's not real. So, but UMG is planning a little something awful on that boy. UMG is going to bleed him. And if they pay him more money, oh my God. It's like whatever is left of his soul, he has to sell it. I think that gambling is finna get Drake. But academics, they have the case. That's a case that's pending. Academics still has that case with that girl that, you know, academics about that night that, you know, something went on and that girl was violated. That young lady was violated at academics house, and with his friends violated her as well. He got serious cases. Like, you know, why is he still around? Why do people watch? This is why I don't understand. How do people still watch him? How does he still have a microphone turned on? Yo, I don't understand how people support. I guess people like to watch a train wreck, and most of the population is stupid. Is my opinion, because why would he still have a following? But either way, so they got a lot of cases. They still got that stake lawsuit situation. And yeah, the gambling, something's gonna give, Diego. Something's gonna give. Something's gonna give. But thank you so much for being here. Just look out for some live footage. I'm gonna try to go live. I've been to a couple of events, and I'll be documenting, you know, some of the events live. I'm gonna try to go live when I go to some of the events. Thank you. If you want to support, my Cash App is there. And the Patreon, I'm uploading phenomenal content. I'm going crazy on there. And for the people that are in there, thank you so much for the members. I'm going crazy because it's letting me. So far, it's letting me, and it's not, you know, coming in the way. So I'm uploading crazy stuff. The last footage I uploaded, I hope y'all saw that. Um, Kendrick traveling with his children and how the security takes care of the kids, and just like with his kids behind the scenes on his concerts, and he had them, and you know, he had some of the stuff. So I uploaded that. I showed you how he does that. He travels, the security behind the scenes of the other stuff, you know. So just join if you like to join. And I'm putting all thank you so much, I appreciate it. uh and I'm putting it in collections because it lets me do collections, so it looks a little more organized. Actually, it looks fine. So I'm putting unreleased music, um the whole collection. And I may eventually put, like, you could buy all the unreleased music that I have of Kendrick for different prices or whatever. But if you join the membership, it'll be available to you. For the people that are asking in the comments, that they're like, "Oh, I use your playlist. What are the music? What is this? What is that?" I'll be showcasing artists, and I actually uploaded a video last month or so of all my favorite artists that I use for edits. Not everybody that I use, because I have thousands of people that I use, and I mix stuff too. So if you like something, like I just mixed Anita Baker. I added vocals in the background where you could kind of tell because it's not professionally, but I added extra vocals to make it a little bit more. When the video Anita Baker, I mixed that. So some of my mixes and stuff, so I'll be uploading that there as well. um Mashups and my mixes and stuff. So all that stuff is very organized. It's gonna be this in collections. That's what they have. Thank you for all the content, all the work that you do put in to make this possible. Thank you so much. Yes, it's a lot of work, because I'm uploading on three different sites. I'm uploading on TikTok. I'm uploading on IG. I'm flooding, Patreon right now. I'm uploading, on YouTube, going live, and I'm able to go live there and on TikTok. I might go live on TikTok in the future. I'm just doing that as a backup, just in case ish happens. So if anything happens, you know how to reach me, and then I'll just be uploading from or going live from different places. Oh, I'll start it over. It'll probably be, the name that you recognize. I'll keep the name with something else I add to it. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Hope you enjoy the music, the quiet storms, and everything, the timeline cleanses, and all the content. And thank you to all the people that helped me, all the people that, you know, you know who you are, the people in Kendrick's camp and the connections that I have and everything. I appreciate y'all. Salute. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you next time. Bye.